funny car round one, it was Art Hendy in the far lane, generating some essentially unwanted television coverage. Like John Force had done 1 year earlier, Hendy had no shoes at the bar of the track and decided to take the car straight into the sand pit. Do you think that Force's 180-degree flip may have been on his mind? You bet. But Art was luckier, and the car stayed upright. Then at the Arizona Nationals, it was Jim Adolph in the far lane, lifting the floor and the body so cleanly that aside from the body laying on the ground, it was hard to tell there had been a problem at all. Then in Top Fuel round two, it was Kenny Koretsky, who was also fielding a pro stock car, popping the floor at half track. As the flames burned off the parachutes and Kenny headed into the desert trying to get the car stopped, you can bet he was thinking that maybe he should have stuck with pro stock racing only. In the Top Fuel semifinals, it was now Shirley Muldowney's turn for trouble. Shirley had big problems as she got the front end way up in the wheel stand, and Gary Ormsby in the other lane had to take evasive action. Well, you know who the real race car drivers are when things like that happen. Shirley, great job.
Had my hands full, Steve, but what a great car. It just, it was up so fast, I couldn't believe it. And then I saw that line coming. I was praying that Ormsby. I knew it was Ormsby. I mean, I was thankful it was Ormsby is what I wanted to say.
You had a pro in the other lane as well.
Yeah, I thought... Golly, I'm telling you, it was on a heck of a pass.
Well, this guy's got a great future.
Great car, I'm telling you.
Not a bad driver either.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
At Houston Raceway Park, Jimmy Nix joined the ranks of drivers like Garlits, Prudhomme, and Hill, all victims of Top Fuel blowovers. Now imagine how disheartening it must be to totally destroy a brand new car. And you'll know how Jimmy Nix must have felt that day at the Super Nationals when he saw months of hard work and planning go right out the window. Remember Gary Ormsby's wing collapse at the '89 California Nationals? Well, at Houston, in Top Fuel qualifying, Tony Colletta's car suffered the same fate. From this replay, we can see that after the wing struts broke, the rear end of the car unloaded, and at that point there was nothing that could be done. And even though Colletta got the parachute out, it was too little, too late. Tony Colletta had to spend a couple of days in the hospital, and while he was there, he heard a doctor describe his condition as conscious, alert, and stable. Colletta said, "I've improved then from the crash. I've never been all three at the same time in my life." He has since fully recovered and driven again. At the Gator Nationals, it was round one and Funny Car eliminated with Johnny West in the far lane when he whacked the wall just after the start against Ed McCullough.
Johnny West gets out of the right-hand side of his funny car because I believe he really doesn't want to see the left-hand side. And obviously rung his bell just a little bit. You all right, John?
Oh, yeah. My little girl kicks me in the belly harder, and that just took me by surprise more than anything.
The other side of the car is going to, well, you got about $1,500 is my estimate.
Doesn't cost me a dime.
You can do it all yourself.
I just can do it all myself. I got good people at home to help us out doing all this stuff. The whole city of Phoenix and Chandler just pitches in and helps us beyond belief, really. It's a community effort for us, and it's pretty much free for us, and it's worth our while.
Attention, Phoenix. Get out the fiberglass. Johnny's headed home.
Also in Funny Car round one, it was Jim White. Remember him? Just after the start, the left rear tire blew apart, taking a lot of the body with it. It was only Jim White's skillful driving that kept the car from sustaining much more damage.
just when it looked like all of the bad luck Jim White had with his team last year was turning around the low qualifier, this happens. Obviously, the tire off the car, either punctured, torn away, tremendous amount of body damage. But the good news is Jim White's okay. But you always seem to be, no matter the incident.
Well, so far we have been. The safety equipment is excellent. Murph McKinney built the chassis. He did an excellent job. Everything does what it's supposed to do, you know.
What do you think happened?
Well, it's hard to say. That was a brand new tire, brand new set of tires for first round this morning. It looks like the tire just came apart somehow. I don't know. We'll just get it over and get the Goodyear guys to take a look at it. They do an excellent job too. We can't complain about the product they give us.
Absolutely.
At the Winston Invitational, it was Richard Hartman driving the Nippon and Fadon Ray Festus 20 car, taking a wild ride that he would just as soon forget. Fortunately, he was able to get the car under control and avoid much more damage. Then, at the 1990 Summer Nationals in the funny car final, a bit of liquid got under one of Johnny West's tires, causing the car to veer sharply to the right and hit the wall hard. Johnny West was knocked unconscious by the impact, and the car continued down track, gaining speed as it went, crossing the finish line at nearly 100 miles per hour. In one of the scariest incidents that I have witnessed, clearly everyone held their breath as it became clear that Johnny West was not going to stop. The impact was devastating. In replay, we can see that the car impacted the wall very hard. An impact undoubtedly hard enough to render Johnny West unconscious, unable to stop his out-of-control race car.
Well, here is what remains of the body of the Johnny West funny car. The chassis has been impounded by the state of New Jersey. That's the law here. I'm with Dr. Joe Oliver, NHRA physician. What can you tell us, Dr. Oliver, about Johnny West?
Johnny West, unconscious at the point of impact when we arrived at the scene, was still unconscious, regained consciousness during the process of removing him from the car. He has been placed in a C-collar, transported to the hospital with an IV and nasal oxygen. His blood pressure and vital signs are stable, and it appears that it's only going to be a concussion, and the prognosis is excellent.
Oh, that's great news. Thank you, Dr. Oliver.
Johnny West, a very lucky man indeed. At the 1990 version of the Mile High Nationals, Lori Johns got her first taste of what it was like to hydraulic an engine and feel the flames against the back.
Lori, first of all, you okay then?
I'm fine. This is really disappointing. I don't believe, I mean, I've never seen destruction like that before, and I've seen some pretty bad ones. This is not what's supposed to happen. Pretty humiliating.
It was certainly one of the brightest Roman candles we've seen in a long time. No heat in the cockpit, then?
No, I was fine. I just got out and kind of dropped down to my knees. I couldn't believe we had so much damage, and this is just not what you want to see happen. We want to do well, and this is not supposed to happen.
Indeed not.
Like the engine explosion we saw with Mark Oswald earlier, the compressed liquid that becomes trapped in the cylinder absolutely blows the engine to pieces when it's compressed. It's called hydraulic heat. At one of the few races in recent memory that NHRA has run at night, Tom Hoover in his Showtime funny car lived up to its name and provided the fireworks. Once again, we witness a great driving job as Hoover kept the car in the center of the track and away from the walls where some real body and chassis damage could have been done.
Well, we're glad to report that Tom Hoover not even singed, and that was a lot of driving, getting that car stopped and that fire out, Tom.
All I could think about was some of the experiences we had over the years, and I did my best to stop it. I'm telling you what, the smoke is plenty heavy in there. At one point, I was out of the car because I couldn't breathe, and the car was still running. I went back down and made sure the fuel shut was off so the motor would shut off, but it was plenty exciting there for a while.
Well, the interior tin kept the fire off of you.
It did, and I couldn't stop. I was sliding the oil. I knew I hydraulicked it. It dropped the cylinder left, and it put a rod right out.
By getting it stopped and getting the fire out, you minimize the damage to the car.
It's my money, and I'm stopping that baby. I almost hit the guardrail.
At the Northwest Nationals in Seattle, Washington, it was Frank Framberger in the Philadelphia Flyer lighting it up at half track. Like many others before him, he did not trigger the fire bottles and found himself inside a fully involved blazing fiberglass inferno. As soon as he got the car stopped on the side of the track, he popped up through the rope pad and was helped out of the car by fellow funny car driver Casey Spurlock. Then, as fate would have it, Casey Spurlock himself got into exactly the same trouble during elimination. But he did everything right in getting the car stopped. He kept the car off of the wall, he pitched it sideways to scrub off speed, he triggered the fire bottles, he got the rope hatch open, and as soon as he was moving slow enough, Casey Spurlock bailed out. Are you okay, buddy?
I'm fine, Steve. It got close to the lights and I was behind. It was moving around quite a bit and it popped, and as soon as it popped, I could see the flames coming out from underneath, so I just tried to get her stopped, shut down, and get the fire bottles on. I'm fine.
Good driving. I said it then and I'll say it again. Good driving. Earlier, we showed you what a blown tire could do to a funny car running at full speed. Well, at the 1990 North Star Nationals, it was Doc Holliday's turn and narrowly missed disaster when a tire blew in this run against Tom Hoover.
You're looking at what probably kept Doc Holliday off the wall in addition to his incredible driving. That's the interliner inside these big slicks on a non-beadlock wheel. It holds the air. Doc, that was one heck of a job at driving.
It was tough. Excuse me. I thought I was going to get hit top. I had to come around on the inside of him, and I just pushed it up against the guardrail and held on.
And still air in that interliner.
Oh, the interliner did a great job. That saved us. I'm a little out of breath yet, but
We'll let you get it collected.
damage here, but we'll survive.
In an event that was characteristic of the 1989 Funny Car champion Bruce Larson's entire season, he popped the blower at Brainerd and had a monumental fight on his hands to keep the car under control and get it stopped. Bruce could not win a single event in 1990 and was not a factor in the championship.
Well, it felt like a real good run until I got down around 800 or 900 feet, and then it just started to lay over, and before I had time to take my foot out of it, it blew, and I imagine the blower blew off. I haven't gone over to look at the car, but then everything just got kind of dark in there because of the smoke, and when a time like that comes, you have to kind of steer by the seat of your pants. You really do, and you have a kind of a sense of direction of where you're going, and I knew I was sideways a couple times, and it wasn't until the last instant that I thought I was in trouble, and then I tapped the guardrail a little bit. And it seems to take forever when you go to get out of the car. You know, you get your belts loosened. You can't do that while you have a hold of the brake and grabbing for all the other vital things. So it seems to take forever, but Ronnie says I came out of there in a big hurry.
Indeed he did. You know, in many ways, what you have just seen is a testimony to the people who make the rules in motorsports and the people who build the cars, so that this tape, despite everything you've seen, can be called, and they walked away. Part 2. For all of us at Diamond P Sports, I'm Steve Evans saying thanks and so long for now.
best seat in the house for the hottest motorsports action? Then choose from over 40 spectacular titles in the Diamond P Motorsports Action Catalog. No collection is complete without the hottest selling action video series available anywhere, and They Walked Away. In all 4 And They Walked Away videos, you'll thrill to the awesome power of top fuel dragsters and funny cars unleashed and out of control. The chills and spills of motorcycles, speeding stock cars, and high-flying monster truck mayhem. You'll jump out of your chair with the nerve-tingling adventure of unlimited hydroplane racing included in Atlas 4. And in each bone-jarring incident, the driver walked away. Drag racing fans will recapture all the exciting moments of the season in Diamond P's Drag Racing Yearly Review. Relive each year of the Blazing Streetliners from Drag 86 through Drag 95 as NHRA's top drivers compete for the coveted championship crown. Call the 24-hour hotline number on your screen and order from our special series of biographies on some of motorsport's most dominant legends, like drag racing's undisputed record setter Kenny Bernstein, the king of speed.
You show me someone that enjoys losing, I'll show you someone that's never won. It's that simple.
Meet the force behind the Liquid Oval's most prolific team, Bernie Little, Mr. Unlimited, and his quest to become Unlimited Hydroplane Racing's winningest team with the Miss Budweiser. And the nightmare continues with the man whose every pass down the track is nothing short of an amusement park thrill ride. John Force, still the one, is wall-to-wall excitement as well as candid interviews.
I have all the fear in the world. I have all the respect for this hot rod because it can hurt you.
Still not full? Still craving more action? Then call the number on your screen and get the catalog. Inside, it's full of action videos including the Shape Battle and Roll series. The videos that will satisfy your need for gritty, roaring monster truck and mud racing drum, four-wheel and off-road jamboree excitement, and the exciting, car-crushing monster truck Thunder Drag series. One more? You'll find that not every awesome fire, flip, and tumble is unexpected. In Jody Chitwood 50 Years of Thunder, you'll experience precision stunts and death-defying feats from the most legendary thrill show on wheels. If you're into speed and looking good, then you'll definitely want the best of Hot Rods 2, featuring some of the slickest, tricked-out speedsters, towering 4x4s and slamming and jamming high-performance workhorses, and of course, those thundering hogs. If you're looking to round out your drag racing package, don't miss 40 years of the U.S. Nationals, an in-depth look at the evolution of the sport and its heroes at one of drag racing's crown jewel events. For practical tips and expert instruction on how to make your racing dreams a reality, pick up your copy of From Street to Strip with legendary racer and instructor Frank Holly. Learn the tricks and know-how it takes to become a competitive drag racer. Call the 24-hour hotline number on your screen to order any of these videos and the exciting Diamond P video catalog. Inside, you'll find special action and collector video packages that will fill your tape racks and save you money. Diamond P Sports has been your ticket to the best seat in motorsports for over 20 years. And the whole Diamond P Action Library is at your fingertips by calling now.